Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Fifi and Gigi's Tarot Readings. Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. So we're going to be covering today, will they reach out? So this is more perfect if you're in a situation when there is no contact, you're wondering about someone, will they reach out? Let's also find out what's their intention. So let's get started, Pisces. Just a quick announcement. I am open for personal tarot readings. So if you do have a question and you want some answers, you want clarity and guidance, of course you can send me your questions. I'll be more than happy to do your personal tarot reading. Our Master Tarot course is also available at a discount. So if you still wish to learn tarot, to hone in your skills and learn at your own pace, you can also enroll at our master course. Take advantage of our love guide that's also available, over 200 pages. We'll teach you everything that you need to know regarding love tarot. Okay, let's get started. Let's cut the cards. Let's find out, will they reach out? Pisces, the energy behind the deck we have. Beautiful. The Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and also the Six of Cups here. You know, this can also show that when we are really enjoying our independence, we are enjoying our own company, we're feeling very, very comfortable with ourselves. But this is also showing moving away from turbulent times and into calmer waters. You know, even this period of no contact, being on your own, has actually served you greatly in the sense that you're just enjoying having your own freedom. Now, we also have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups shows an old friend, you know, someone that wants to reach out to you, someone that wants to reach out, start the communication again. You know, they want to extend that olive branch here and see what's next. All right, let's have a look. Okay. So, Pisces, what do we have? So we do have the Two of Cups. Your person has the Ten of Wands, and we also have the Devil here. Okay. So if we look at these cards really, really well here, Pisces, I can definitely see with the Two of Cups here, there's definitely feelings there for this person. I mean, if they were to reach out, I'm sure you'll be more than happy to welcome it too. You know, the Two of Cups, it's a beautiful card. It's very similar to the Lovers in the sense that matching and mirroring each other, having the same ideas, you know, having the same views and hobbies. At the same time, Pisces, let me remind you, you also do enjoy your own company because you did get the Nine of Pentacles. So your person also has the Ten of Wands. You know, there's a lot of stress upon their shoulders here. You know, it could be, you know, they could be putting a lot of stress on themselves in the sense, okay, if I want to reach out, how am I going to do this? You know, there's a lot of mental but also physical stress here. You know, they're literally going towards a burnout. They just need to slow down. You know, they're doing too much. You know, burning a candle at both ends. That can also suggest the devil too. Burning a candle at both ends, you know, just doing too much. I didn't feel they want to reach out to you. Absolutely. You know, the devil, what are we seeing with the devil here? A very, very tempting offer. You know, something that's very passionate, lust too. You know, I feel like they do want to reach out and obviously give you some sort of tempting offer. What's their intentions though? If we look at their intentions, okay, we're seeing the Ace of Swords. That is a mental breakthrough. You know, for them, a mental breakthrough can be something like, I know what I have to do. I know how I can fix this. I know how I can right the wrong. I know what I have to say. I know what words, my choice of words. I know what I need to say to reach out for Pisces even. Interesting that it's just, you know, below the Two of Cups too, the Ace of Swords, mental breakthrough, cutting away through any blocks and challenges here. So not without its consequences. You know, with the Ace of Swords, apart from all the other aces, the Ace of Swords tells us even if we are faced, like especially your person, because we are looking at their intentions, even though they may have caused, you know, they may have caused some challenges, you know, just like the Ten of Wands. You know, it's a mental breakthrough, but not without its consequences. So this also means dealing with any other possible conflict, dealing with challenges, and trying to work through them. Excellent. Well, we also have the moon. So the moon is Pisces and Cancer energy. there is a bit of nervousness. Are they nervous? Are they worried about what are you going to say? Are they worried? How is this going to work out? Of course, the moon shows, the fear of the unknown, uncertainty. The bigger the moon, the bigger the shadows here. So you can understand why the moon would come out. I feel like, especially with the moon, you're not going to see what they're going to do next. How are they going to reach out? How are they going to contact you? You're not going to see it coming, Pisces, because the cards are not revealing how this person will be reaching out to you. Just kind of come out of left field. The advice for you, Pisces, you've got the Fool. Take a leap of faith. Always, though, look before you leap also, because, the Fool is the Fool's journey. And the fact that it's just, below the Devil here, I would definitely say, always think before you speak, think before you act, get clarity, ask questions. But yes, the Fool, it is a positive card. It's saying that it is number 0 in the major arcana. It's saying that you can start the next phase, the next cycle in your life with this person. However, though, Pisces, we are going to clarify. Interesting, lower card has jumped out. We have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups has jumped out twice here. So I definitely feel, Pisces, that you will be more than open to hear this person, what they have to say. I think you would actually be a little bit happy, if they were to reach out. So let's have a look at the Two of Cups. What do we need to know, please? The Two of Cups, please. What do we need to know about the Two of Cups? What do we have? So we do have also the 10 of Pentacles. Pisces, you're not asking for a lot. All you want is the ultimate dream life. You got to ask yourself, are your expectations real, though? Because sometimes, even with the 9 of Wands, this can show that we have our walls up. We're a little bit defensive. Whatever has gone down between the both of you, I can kind of sympathize. I can understand with you, Pisces, why you would have your walls up, why you would feel like, I love this person, but I'm also on guard. I want to protect my energy. I want to protect myself. The 10 of Wands, please. Tell me about the 10 of Wands. What do we need to know about the 10 of Wands? Yep, so we do have the 9 of Cups. So again, the 9 of Cups is wishes being granted, the card of wish fulfillment, and also the 4 of Cups. I feel like they really, really do want to reach out to you, but at the same time, they're in that headspace with the 4 of Cups. It's like, it's over. What's the point? I've lost. This is over. The 4 of Cups is actually trying to push your person. If you want to reach out, because if you don't reach out, you're always going to wonder and you're going to regret it. We have this fantasy of meeting up with you, having a drink with you. That's their wish, just to meet up. Let's look at the Devil, please. What's wrong with... Okay, let's look at the Devil. A tempting offer comes with the Knight of Pentacles. So will they reach out? I wouldn't say straight away, because we do have the slowest moving Knight. I feel like once they are ready, once they feel comfortable to reach out to you, yes. And there will be a tempting offer here. Look at the Devil with the Knight of Pentacles. Something that seems really good, Can you trust this person? We do have the most reliable Knight, yes. The Ace of Swords. Let's look at the Ace of Swords. What do we need to know about the Ace of Swords? What do we have? The Justice card. So what's their intentions? Their intention is to bring balance, harmony, equality, respect for everyone. This is a great combination, because this is already telling me, Pisces, that this person has really, really good intentions, but they want to break through the conflict. They want to clear the air. They want to be able to finally speak their truth. Perhaps they want to say their side of the story and also bring justice too. So this is a really, really good combination. So we look at the Moon. What do we need to know about the Moon, please? The Moon. The Moon. Yeah, Two of Swords. Again, I feel like there's a bit of hesitation, analysis paralysis. What's their next move? Well, they're not going to make their next move anytime soon because of the Moon and also the Two of Swords. Sometimes the Two of Swords can show that this person is avoiding the situation, avoiding to reach out because they don't know how you're going to react. They don't know what you're going to say. Are you going to accept them? Are you going to reject them? Are you going to tell them, please be on your way? So you can see why this person has a bit of fear, why they're hesitating to reach out anytime soon. I feel like they need to build up their confidence to be able to really have that mental breakthrough and just reach out to you. The Fool, please. Tell me about the Fool. Fool, please. We need to know about the Fool. Okay, so we do have the Page of Swords. So it looks like in due time, in its own time, because, the Page of Swords can show delayed messages coming towards us. There could be messages, yes, definitely coming towards us. Someone that wants to speak their truth, someone that may reach out to you online even. Could be through social media, perhaps. Yeah. The High Priestess also. So again, this person wants to reveal their side of the story. There's more to this story. So the High Priestess is telling you, Pisces, especially for you, listen to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you about the situation? I feel like more is going to be revealed to you. So there's more to the story. I feel like this person really wants to explain their side of the story. And they will be revealing more stuff that perhaps you don't even know that's going to bring clarity. And finally, what do we have? What do we have? One more card. What do we have? Yeah. So we do have also the Eight of Swords. So as I was saying, Pisces, it's really, really important, especially with the Fool, think before you speak, think before you act. I would definitely say, like, I get it that this person really wants to right the wrong. They want to restore balance. I would definitely say that this person may reveal certain news to you that you may not like. You may retreat. You may actually pull back with the Eight of Swords and create boundaries around you. You may feel that, okay, I don't like what I'm hearing. I need time to think. And this is the reason why at the start already when I saw the Fool, and because the Fool was just below the Devil, that's why I was saying, you know what? I know it's a very, very tempting offer, but just look before you leap, It is the Fool's journey, Sometimes the Fool just takes that leap of faith, whatever come what may. My suggestion is to don't take everything at face value. Dig deep because there's more to this story. There's more that your person needs to reveal. I feel like they need to give you clarity. They need to speak the truth and just clear the air. But however, though, Pisces, just looking at these cards, you may not like what you're hearing because of the Page of Swords and also the Eight of Swords. You just might as well. I feel like you're going to be pulling back. You're not saying yes or no, but you are pulling back in the sense, okay, I need to absorb this. I need to think this through before I make my final decision. This is the reason why with the Fool, I would definitely suggest don't give this person an answer straight away. Don't make a decision if you're very unsure. Think things through before you make that decision. The Devil with of course, with the Knight of Pentacles, I'm showing that there is an offer here, but, does it really, really serve you? It's a tempting offer, and I understand that's bringing a lot of clarity, but at the same time, you may hear certain things that you just may not agree with. It doesn't sync with you very, very well. It doesn't sit with your own values. So Pisces, if this has resonated with you, my advice, like I said, don't make a decision. Retreat, go back, think things through before you make a final decision here. So thank you so much, Pisces, for joining me. I hope this reading has brought a lot of clarity and guidance. I wish you all the best and power to you.